I'm Desi Cerna, author of Fretboard Theory and guitar teacher specializing in guitar theory, including guitar scales, chords, progressions, modes, and more. This free guitar lesson is part of a series of songs that will demonstrate how to use major scale patterns on the guitar fretboard. It's intended for intermediate and advanced level players, and free guitar tab is available. To download it, follow the instructions in the video description. This is Down in the Corner by CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is the main guitar riff that opens up the song. It's in the C major scale. Here's C, 3rd fret, string 5. And I'm using what I teach as major scale pattern 4. Major scale pattern 4, as I teach it in Fretboard Theory, would actually start in the 6th string here. It looks like this. So you might want to review that. And the riff begins on C. Making a little box shape here. You got C, A on the 6th string, G on the 6th string. So you go back to that A and G, and then you've got a B for the 7th interval, and when you come back to C. Then that repeats. Then you move over to F, 3rd fret, string 4. You're still in the C major scale, by the way. And that phrase is identical to what you did on C. Everything's just moved over a string. The second half is almost the same. Instead of ending on F at the 3rd fret, you go all the way up to G at the 5th fret. Then you go back to C. So here's the whole thing again. And by the way, I'm picking this all with downstrokes. You know, aside from just playing this guitar riff, you can also use this song to practice your major scale patterns. This song is based on a 1-4-5 type chord progression in the key of C. Now I'm not going to get into all the details of that, but remember that you do need to understand chord progressions and playing by numbers in order to apply scales properly. Since the chord progression and the chords are derived from the C major scale, that means that whatever melody you play over the top also has to be derived from the C major scale, as is this riff. So you can just let this song play, and you can just practice your C major scales over the top. You don't have to duplicate the riff or the melody. You can just kind of make up your own thing, but before you focus on making up your own thing, you're just trying to practice your patterns. Let me give you an example of what I mean. So I'm just going through the C major scale. You can play any pattern, any position, as long as you stay in the C major scale. You just practice your patterns, play up and down the patterns, practice connecting them. You can also mix this up and play different rhythms. You can play quarter notes, 8th notes, triplets. And 16th notes, although if you have trouble keeping up with the tempo of 16th notes, you might want to break the patterns up and just try small little 16th note phrases, maybe something like if you start with little phrases, eventually you can lengthen them and then play up and down the patterns with 16th notes. Of course, you should be alternating your pick the whole time. So this song makes a great jam track for rehearsing your major scale patterns, developing your rhythm and timing, and also developing some alternate picking technique. Try it. Later in this song, this riff is doubled by another guitar that plays a harmony part. And I worked out an arrangement where you can play both of those parts together on one guitar. I do not have this guitar solo arrangement tabbed out like I do the first main riff, but I'm going to show it to you here real quick. So let me just break it down and you can try this at home. So you begin with C, and then you're going to play a major third with it. Then when you go to an A, you're going to play the 5th fret of string 5 with it, a D. Same with the G. You're going to play G, and then you're just going to roll your finger back and grab the 3rd fret of string 5 behind it. So it's... And you've got A with the D again. When you come back to G this time, you're going to play G with a major third B. And you can leave your index right where it is because the next group is a B and the open 4th string D. And this leads you back into C and the major third. You do that twice. And everything moves over a string and is almost identical. Except for the last group, both notes will be up at the 5th fret on strings 4 and 3. Other than that, it's identical. Everything just moved over a string. And then you go back to C. So here's a close-up of my right hand so you can see how I'm pinching a couple of strings together. Using the pick and my middle finger. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this free guitar lesson. Please know that this song footage is not available on DVD. It's only available online, and it only includes the brief excerpt that I play through. But if you'd like to learn more about music theory, including guitar scales, chords, progressions, modes, intervals, extensions, and how all of these things fit together, then visit my website at guitar-music-theory.com. That's guitar music theory with dashes in between the words. There you can sign up for free previews of my guitar theory book and DVDs. Well, thanks for watching, and be sure to rate this video and leave comments.